Oh.
Ooh. Well, if you, I don't know if you. I want to keep the shop.
Yeah. True.
Cause like, if you give it to Peterson, what's he gonna do? Kill his buddy?
I don't know.
Probably. Seems like the kind of guy to do that. Okay, remember there's a guy over here. Probably several.
Well, and he's facing me, so.
Yeah. Hello.
Or no, he's not.
He's not paying attention. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Good dodge. That was great. Oh, there's another one. They always come back. Ah! Hit him. Oh.
It's like my stamina pulled back up. No. There we go. Ah.
Oh.
Dang it.
You could hit him one more time and save his life.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, it didn't work.
It's because he blocked, yeah.
It knocked me.
Yeah, well, he saw it
Dare
coming.
he blocked.
He saw it coming.
Well, I'm full on blood and health.
Yay.
It still worked out good, even though I kind of screwed that up.
It's okay.
Take that, barrels.
Not those barrels. Those barrels are different.
Those barrels are indestructible.
Ah!
Oh! I was like, wait, why isn't my vampire?
I'm like, I see him. I see him. He's coming from behind. Ah, there's another one.
There's two of them.
Watch out. Good thing he missed you. Nice. Oh,
I wanted to, like, no! I was trying to change my target.
no. No, wait. Like 1 HP. You're gonna suck his blood to death? Yes. No, I'm here. Now I'm there. Your blood's full.
I know, but I wanted to do it anyway. Stab! Death!
Okay. He's dead now. Now they might sneak out.
Well, that's what I was like. I clicked my vampire mode and it didn't work. And I'm like, why isn't my vampire mode
Okay,
working?
there's some stuff on the floor there.
I just saw red for a second.
Yeah. On the floor there's... There. Okay. And then over... Yeah, in that corner. I want to see what's over there. Oh, not this corner.
This corner too.
Yeah, this corner is long. The other corner seems small.
Cigarette case and a
See?
ring.
This is a small corner. If you'd have been there,
If you'd have seen it.
you would have done the same thing. I'll just invite myself in.
Okay. I don't think I can go anywhere there. I don't think I can go in there.
Box. Oh. What kind of pills?
Aw. I want to just jump down there.
No, for some reason you can't. That ledge is slightly difficult, so you can't apparate through it. The screams of my people. Oh, there's a Vampyr symbol. What is it? Is it
Where
because
we're supposed to go.
we're in town we're back in town again, so maybe. Or is it Darius?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
We
there.
finally found him. Hello, please let me in.
Knock knock.
What? What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really
It
is.
told me,
Maybe I could
Darius
start
Patrick.
by observing what he's up to.
but that's funny. I want to use that on somebody like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to close the door on your face now.
Hey, don't mind me. Just hanging out.
What? Are we doing it?
I think we
There.
have to wait for him to get there.
There. Let me in, please. Oh, I remember him. He's got the butt, right? No, wait.
Strange
We all
man
have
was
the
at the
butt.
door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Right behind you through this, gate.
Sorry.
It's
Just
locked.
looked like that.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
He looked like the guy that Dorothea talked to on the boat, but only from behind. Do they look the same?
So like, I just keep wondering because I see them like go back to talk. Is this supposed to be a thing?
Guess?
Not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Hey, priesty guy.
Clayton.
Oh, look at you hanging out
Hello.
over here.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Ooh. Christina.
Do you know that Christina is hoping to pay for her brother to travel to England in the near future?
Talk about
I
her,
see.
his other questions.
No, she didn't tell me that. But that explains many things.
Do you believe she will ever see her brother again?
As long as the war rages in Europe, I'm afraid her chances of seeing her brother again are slim to none.
War.
War never changes.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I care about?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Because I
Are
do.
you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott,
Oh, we
who
know him.
sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
We know
He
where.
spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
The poet is right over here. Wait, is there some? Oh, it looked like it lit up something on the board for a second.
This is kind of spooky.
Well, there was some.
Oh, this is where the guys were
Yeah.
gonna be killed.
We killed them. But
Yeah.
did we unlock this, or was it unlocked? No, we couldn't get through.
Just-
That's fine.
Just one of the ones that looks like you can go through, but you can't.
Yeah.
And then we're through here. This is a cemetery.
Oh,
But he might have walked. No,
oh,
he's
there
still
he
here.
is. He's
Like he might have left. No.
Good
still here.
evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Okay. making sure.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
All right. Well,
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Is that shiny? Oh, I guess it's not. It's just probably water reflections.
there's the mailbox.
My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me in a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. But there's also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you, all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ooh, okay.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Yeah, we'll just use his kids to get in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Well, his kids, and maybe we can tell him we're looking for him to publish something.
He's like, no, I'm not going to publish it. But yeah, I guess I'll let you in because you mentioned the kids. Okay, so go back to Darius's house. Remember how to get there?
I'm just gonna follow the quest thing and hope it's leading me to the right place.
It does seem to be.
It's the lady of the night.
Please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know
the game. You
couldn't go in here, right? Yeah.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Just don't look.
Just don't look.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Ah.
Let's talk, Manson Man.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
So what did finding out about his kids and the poet guy do?
Well, you didn't mention it.
We didn't mention any of
But,
that.
no, it helped you know his character. You understand his backstory, and now you understand his motivation, see?
Oh, let me just rob
Now
his
you can
house.
take his gin, yeah.
It's locked.
What? How do you say that? It's an antique figure. Of my many journeys, I believe I was the most amazed by my exploration of the Mediterranean Isles.
Oops, sorry.
And particularly the Isle of Santorini. Searching for traces of vampire presence in these sunburnt lands, Herodotus himself refers to the island in his 4th book, and I'm personally convinced that there are many mysteries to be unveiled in this part of the world. Who knows that even today, the island of Santorini is still considered by some as the most vampire-infested place in the world. That's where Marius lives.
Yeah, right.
Way more than the Carpathians, and that its inhabitants are considered as specialists of the vampire hunt, or the hunt for... I was trying to not say that.
Vricolakas?
Vricolakas,
Something like that.
as they call this creature. According to the local myth, the Vricolakas, I assume it's pronounced, is a dead person who does not decay. We'll just call them vampires. And who can show a vermilion complexion as long as he is gorged with fresh blood. He cannot enter a house without knocking and getting a response. Garlic makes him flee. He does not consume under the sun, but his skin blackens. He can change into a wolf and other animals. Ooh, I want to do that.
Right.
What struck me the most is the same name exists with small variations from Mediterranean Sea to the Balkans. The Greeks call him Virkolakas. The Bulgarians and Macedonians name him Varkolak, or Varkolak, I guess. The Serbians call him Vukodlak. This is punishing me. Yes, Vukodlak. A name so similar to Vukold that we know, my dear brothers. Just to write the few words now gives me shivers. I'm personally convinced that we are here confronted to some proto-vampire.
Let's read some Lovecraft after this.
Oh, maybe they're missing... I could probably read Lovecraft better because I've heard it, but I don't know how to say these words. Maybe they're a missing link between the modern vampires and the creatures that came before them. If God allows me time, I one day wish to go back to the Santorini island to find the trail of this antique and forgotten figure from Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge by Usher. I'm just going to stop at Usher.
Cool. It was a collectible, too.
Oh, man. That was so hard. Why?
We're almost done looting, sir.
That one wasn't locked. It's right in front of him.
Take his shillings. You shouldn't have left them out
Like,
if you didn't want to take
I
it.
think it's because it plays Skyrim and games
If
like
you
that.
want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here
I love
to
his
keep
voice.
snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So gravelly.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about
I do not...
Why was it still lit up?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this. But thank you, Dr. Reed.
Awkward's my middle
I
name.
appreciate your trust.
Jonathan Awkward Reed.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Well, you're not that wrong.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Although, actually,
Yes?
does he,
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I
So,
don't
more
need you,
fatigue?
Doctor.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Oh, bronchitis.
Do
Okay.
we have a cure for
I think we might.
Well,
But
if
we
you
need to
feel
make
all
it,
right,
and it was
that's
expensive.
fine. Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.